you know what, you have it, you can do it, and it's going to be amazing. My creative titles are a DJ, a music curator, and a producer. I would love for my clients, or any creative's clients rather, to trust whoever it is that they choose to work with. Getting myself to a point where I feel like I can be multifaceted, and I know what each space requires, and I've built trust in myself to be able to give a client what they require. And to have that kind of trust from a client not only makes us feel good, but it also builds a relationship, like an interpersonal relationship with the client, with the brand, with the experience. There are a lot of naysayers when I first started. I think the persistence and the determination is what got me to where I am today. And if it hadn't been for that, then I would have succumbed to everything that everyone said, that like, no, you can't do this. It's very easy to fall into a negative thought pattern when enough people are telling you that you can't do something. Can't stand this idea that just because you're a DJ, you must love to party. I would rather spend every single day at home with my dog, watching TV, eating pizza. Like, that's perfect for me. I'll work when I have to, but I'm not a party animal at all. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm really, really blessed to have come this far. But there's still a lot of obstacles that we deal with society, with governmental procedures, and just these little, I guess you could say, formalities in order to do something so simple as play music in a public space. There's always a pushback, and I really hope that changes in the future, because there's so many people now that want to be DJs, that want to be producers, but they feel discouraged because of all of the paperwork that is involved in doing so. The most fulfilling aspect of my job is that it is my job to play music and to be a DJ, to connect with people on a more, I guess you could say, spiritual level, because it's not just playing music. You're creating a vibe, you're creating an ambiance, you're allowing people to experience wherever they are on a completely different plane. So you're tapping into their psyche or making them feel alive in a different way. And I think it's one of my favorite things about my career, is that you come home after a gig and you're like, wow, that was a really transformative experience. And there are times where I'd sit in my car and cry after a gig, because I'm like, oh, that was so cathartic, that was so good. Like, I really felt good, I felt people's energy, and I think the exchange of energy is the most fulfilling aspect of it all. Every day is an I made it moment. The fact that I'm still here 10 years later and still pushing through and still getting gigs and working with brands and finding new opportunities and new facets of my career, that's the I made it moment. Every day is something different. So I can't pinpoint it to one specific moment, but every time I get to work, I'm like, we made it then, we're making it now, and we're still gonna make it every single day. So I would say my favorite projects are my personal projects, because they're not considered work. It's more of a space for me to express myself creatively, and to see the extremities of what my brain can pull. My favorite project so far, which is something I'm still working on, I've been working on it for the past 2 years, is a tribute tape to MF Doom, one of my favorite rappers. Passed away 2 years ago, and I decided that I would do a tribute tape that pulls from his different identities, pulls from the different samples he's used, from interviews, and the process is just like a continuous discovery of how amazing he was as an artist. And it's been challenging for me to kind of put all of that together in a cohesive manner and just let everyone experience MF Doom in the way that I have. So I step away from it, and then I revisit it, and every time I revisit it, I'm like, this is so good. This is such a good project, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it. An accomplishment I want to achieve is to be a teacher. I know this is very left field from what I do, but I wanted to teach music for a very long time. My high school band teacher was the biggest driving force of this decision in my life. She really cultivated a loving relationship between me and music, and she pushed me so hard. I think about her every day, like how far I've come in life. Like, I think about how much she believed in me. I didn't only want to be a DJ, I wanted to be a radio host, which is something I've also achieved. I wanted to be a dancer, I wanted to be a musician, I wanted to be so many things related to music. I just wanted to like absorb it all. And then when you're growing up, and again, when people keep telling you like, no, 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 it breaks your spirit a little bit. And we've all experienced that at one point in our lives, but I would definitely tell my younger self, keep at it. Don't just go based on passion, because determination is what gets you far. If you're determined to make something happen, it doesn't matter if you're passionate about it or not. To keep the determination and the perseverance alive, and that is what is gonna get you far. Yeah. And I'd give her a big hug too and be like, you know what, you're going places, you just have to believe in yourself. My advice for anyone entering the music industry, there are 3 do's. The first do is find your own style. I think diversity in our industry is what makes it so exciting. So to find your own style and your own DNA when you're DJing or when you're singing or making music is just like the most beautiful thing. Regardless of what your skill set is, continue to practice, to make sure that you're getting better, find new ways to reinvent yourself. Do be a people person. I think being nice is what makes people successful. I've heard this a few times, but being nice is what makes a successful person actually successful, because they're approachable, people like to work with them. Yeah, especially in the music industry, because it's such a people-driven industry. They either like you or you don't, or they don't. And if you make great music, but you're not a nice person, nobody really wants to work with you, nobody wants to hang around you. So even with my clients, whether I do end up working with them or not, the preliminary period of getting to know each other and getting a brief and everything, I'm always really, really nice and respectful. I think that's super important. Don't do things for fame. I know this is kind of a weird one, but it's very easy to become famous now in this day and age with social media, and people want to go viral, people want to be popular, but remember that this is a lifelong journey for a lot of people, and to undermine it by just doing something just to be popular, like it's cool to be a DJ, but understand what it takes to actually do the work, you know? So don't take it lightly is what I'm saying. Be diligent and professional, and understand that this is a real career for a lot of people. Don't stop growing. To learn is one thing, but don't stop growing in your career. If you stop growing, people are going to forget you. You're not going to feel good about yourself. You're not going to feel good about the work that you do. So don't stop growing. That is a really, really, really important aspect of any creative endeavor. You have to continue to grow. You see it every day, like the people in Dubai, the people in Qatar, the people in Oman, even, like everybody is finding new ways to present an idea in really unbelievable ways, like even fashion, you know, which for us is something that we consume every day. You know, we wear clothes every day, we go shopping every day, but to see it in such a different light and what people are doing, I'm like, wow, like, where does your brain go when you create something like that? What compelled you to produce something like that? And it's so inspiring. It's so inspiring. And I think the Gulf is doing a fantastic job. We're becoming a hub for creativity all around the world. People are looking to Dubai, people are looking to Qatar, Bahrain. A lot of musical festivals are happening here. People are flying in from all over the world. And I'm just like, what? Who would have thought? Literally, who would have thought? So it's really, really exciting, honestly. It's one of the greatest things ever. Yeah. I remember one of my old bosses told me this, and it stuck with me till this day, is that before you find your seat on the bus, you have to get on the bus. And to get on the bus, you have to have that mindset that, like, I don't care. I'm on this bus. Wherever I sit, doesn't matter for now, but I just have to get on the bus. And yeah, get on the bus.